Hey guys, welcome to week 4. This is Training Think Tank's First Thoughts. I'm Brandon Dorman.
And I'm Kyle Ruth. And our 19.4 workout is 3 rounds, 10 snatch, 65 for the women, 95 for the men, 12 bar facing burpees. You've got 3 minutes rest, then 3 rounds, 10 bar muscle ups, 12 bar facing burpees, all with a 12-minute time cap.
Training Think Tank's First Thoughts featuring Mike the Tank.
No one beats the real Big G.
Versus Brandi the Thing.
All right, it's week 4, and Mike has the opportunity tonight to be able to close the deal out no matter what happens next week. If he wins tonight, he's up 3-1. He's got it in the bag, but I'm not sure if he can win this workout.
Yeah, I don't think that Mike's got the opportunity to win this. I think that Brandi honestly has a legitimate shot at taking the victory on this workout tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Mike, but it is sneaky. There are 72 burpees in here, and we know that Mike struggled with those in the past. The difference, though, is going to come down to the bar muscle-ups. There's 30 total. Mike's better than Brandi at bar muscle-ups. Most of the males are in this workout are going to be better than the females, so I'm going to give the edge to Mike, but it's going to be closer than they think.
See, I think Mike might blow up on those 95-pound power snatches. If that happens, the bar muscle-ups are over. I think that's that.
All right, we got a treat for you guys. Mike McGoldrick is here. Mike. All right, man,
Hi, guys.
You got the workout. What are the keys to it to this for you to be able to beat Brandi?
I gotta.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous. It's a lot of burpees. I'm not great at burpees, but I'm excited about the bar muscle ups, and I think they're in a good position to where the burpees will make them really hard to do. So,
what do you think you have to do to be able to stay ahead of her in this workout?
Run my own race because she's gonna go out fast, and if I try and chase her, it's not gonna. Work out.
Basically, you're saying you think you're going to be able to make up some time on the bar muscle ups.
I think so. I'm gonna bank on that
for sure.
Yeah.
You got it, Mike?
Yeah.
Team Mike.
Let's go. Time to close it out.
No, sorry, I can't.
Moving on.
And we also have another surprise for you, Brandi McGoldrick, and I don't know where.
Brandi! Whoa! All right, we know that this is obviously your workout tonight. Tell us a little bit about how you're going to take this to Mike.
I am going to actually pace the first 3 rounds just a tad. I think he thinks I'm going to go out guns a-blazing, but I'm not, because I'm going to make a comeback in the 3 rounds with the bar muscle-ups and sprint on the bar facing burpees.
So you think you can take Mike on the bar muscle-ups?
The last 3 rounds, yes.
I think I might agree
I
with
love
you
it.
there.
You're going to grind, for sure.
Team Brandi.
I'm tying it up.
All right, Trav, hit us with a tail of the tape.
Thanks, guys, and here's tonight's Tale of the Tape. So in the pink corner, we have Brandi McGoldrick, and in the blue corner, we have Mike McGoldrick. Not only are they going to be testing their fitness, but they are going to be testing their marriage. Mike, slightly older, joints are going to be hurting in this one, folks. And we have Brandi, who pretty much looks better on everything else than Michael. Except Mike went individual back in 1976, whereas Brandi's only gone team. And that's all we got for you. This Tale of the Tape was brought to you by the official Trevor Tee. Get yours now at trainingthinktank.com.
Now introducing the athletes for 19.4. First, 2013 Games athlete, Mike McGoldrick. And now, introducing the most unbelievable, spectacular athlete and coach you've ever seen. The coach's coach, the athlete's hero, the silent assassin, Brandi McGoldrick!
Week 4, you guys know what to do. Good reps, clean race, touch gloves. And we have begun. Yep. You fucking had sunglasses this whole time. I hate you. You are not my friend anymore. All right, it is 2-1 Mike in the series. 3 rounds for time. 10 snatches, 12 bar.
Were you pumped when you saw the
burpees.
workout? They've already said it in the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't need to hear it again. Were you pumped?
Like for me?
For you and for your athletes? Like, good workout? You feeling it?
Yeah, it's not going to be great for me, but I'm going to do my best.
So, You're supposed to say, I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it. I think for Trav it'll be solid. I think for Noah it'll be solid. Will it'll be solid. I feel like the elite CrossFitters are good at power snatches, burpees, and bar muscle ups. I think it'll be interesting to see why the 3-minute rest, what that does, because it's still only just one score. All
do you-
right, and we're back to snatches.
How do you think you'll do?
My goal is to make sure that I beat Kyle Luberhusen and finish our open competition. And I think I'm going to do that.
What's
And
the
I hope he
record?
watches that.
He versus this guy at our gym named Kyle. What's the record so far?
2-1,
Which one did he beat you on?
the first.
Oh.
So basically, I'm mounting the 3-in-a-row sweep to end this joke of a
Is
competition.
this about where you thought they'd be here? What was your predictions going into it?
I talked to Mike, and Mike said he was going to try to pace the first part at like 90%. I said basically go as fast as you can without redlining. He, I think, was planning on going a little bit more conservative, and I said to go a little faster, which might have been horrible coaching advice in hindsight. We'll see. But I thought his burpee speed would be a little bit faster than Brandi's, but Brandi actually, I can't blow what happened, but she looked pretty good throughout here. She was moving faster than him, her burpee at this point. So I guess I was surprised. I'm
Yeah.
rambling.
Well, we had quite the crowd.
Yeah, this was the first time the environment of
Well, we
this
actually
thing
invited
was,
people
like,
this time.
Awesome.
Last time we just scrubs showed up.
Scrubs. All of our loyals are now scrubs. I'm so upset that you have those sunglasses on.
Why did you want sunglasses?
I wanted to change my look.
No, this is my thing.
I know.
You copy someone else. I'll do DJ Paul. Still working on getting the grill. I added the title belt since I don't have the grill yet. I gotta have some sort of.
Where's the time? 2:40. Last set of burpees. What are we going to talk about during the 3-minute break?
Whatever you want to talk about. I got some questions.
Awesome. You've got questions.
Did you shave today?
You've got answered. Yeah, I did.
Hey man, you've got mail.
Yeah.
I've
That
always
was
thought-
really good.
Thank you.
Actually, I thought I was in AOL.
I've always wondered, like, where is that guy at? Like, can you imagine
is
him?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, like that's an actual dude. I've heard that, but like, could you picture being like at the bar and like some dude, hey, I'm the AOL guy. No, you're not.
And he just does that.
Goodbye.
3:14 for Brandi, 3:19 for Mike. None of the audio from you coming up and talking to us is going to be in this, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. So, spoiler alert.
Yeah, Mike looked wrecked at this
So who won
point.
that part? Sorry.
Brandi beat him by like 5 seconds.
Okay. And they're gonna eat pizza tonight. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what they say.
So far, coach.
They look very good. It looks about according to plan. We'll see.
Who you picking?
was trying. You can't put me on the spot like that.
Who you picking?
I think my mind would tell me that Mike will win, and my heart will tell me that Brandi will win.
That's a great answer. My heart is also with Brandi.
I think Brandi's going to take the win. I think Mike looks blown up. Look at him right now. Turn the camera over there. Look at
Oh man! So can I start talking again?
Yeah, yeah.
So Kyle was like, "Man, Mike looks so messed up right now. Go catch him." And right when you turned over to run over, he started to get up. It was like he sensed you were coming. Yeah. So Mike also just walked into the room, and
He still looks.
he's throwing up. 30
He was
minutes
throwing
after
up
the
a second
workout.
ago.
Yeah, thank you, CrossFit Open, for ruining Mike's health, but securing the victory.
Are you gonna
Mike, was it worth it?
Are you gonna eat pizza tonight still?
I don't feel like a winner.
You threw up black.
That's not good.
All right. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you kill one of your athletes. I don't know.
Are they
why I
going
just
yet?
did- No. Brandi's rolling her forearms out. Brandi actually said her grip was a major limitation, which is funny because right before the workout, I was like, I don't think grip's going to be the major limiter. And then that was the major limiter. So much for listening to coach's advice.
it's a long 3 minutes.
Yeah. It
Oh, how you feel about where Trav is? Sixth in the world right now.
is. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, there's the Brandi crowd.
Yeah. Man, they were vicious. Or not vicious, just very supportive of Brandi. And
Yeah.
then Clay was over there booing Brandi, cheering Mike on. I was like, yo,
The only people cheering for Mike are his athletes.
keep it civil.
So you're pumped for Trav? What's up?
Yeah, I am. I obviously will be more pumped when if he solidifies a game spot. That would be really nice to be able to just train for the games for a couple months and not have the stress of regionals. That was a really awful experience with Travis because just every single year he qualified.
Same thing happened to me this Sunday during the race. Kyle Busch won the race, so we're in the playoffs. So I don't have to worry anymore all season.
Nice.
Like, we're going, baby.
Nice. Good day for the 18 car. All right, Brandi started her muscle ups. Obviously, she gets to start earlier because of her win over the first part of it. She went 6'4". We talked for like 3 seconds after the workout, and we said maybe that was a little bit too much. I don't know how many Mike just did, but I think he did 3 sets to start in his first set. That great veteran move from the 1937 Games athlete and former New York Rhino.
God damn it. Hey, I used to be a part owner of the Rhinos.
Look how far you've fallen.
Such a return on investment. Sound the horn.
Why do you have a championship belt on?
Man, just watch the workout. Mind your business.
So Brandon, Mike's burpees here, they're not that slow in this round. They start to definitely get way slower in the second round. Brandon is adamant that
spoiler alert.
People. No. Oh, he does talk.
Yeah,
about
stay
it?
tuned for the tips after this.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah. So basically, I have nothing to talk about. Brandi finishes burpees. Mike's finished burpees, and now we are in the second set.
What if on the last week we get Mike versus Brandi versus Max?
Max doesn't like the sound of this. And I'm speaking in the third person. Yeah, this is like the classic I'm messed up resting posture. I actually thought at this point of the workout that this was a really good race for them, but I'm not going to say who won. You like that? I just pulled that out?
I think this is our worst commentary to date.
I agree.
Hands down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If only I could accidentally not save the file.
Just mess the audio up and we can redo it again. Come on, man. Carry the conversation.
How's this going to be for Noah?
This should be another really, really good one, and he needs it because I think he was in 100th after this week.
So I can tell from his Instagram that he's happy.
What
is he hungry?
Well, if he's not, he better get a new
he seems
slogan.
hungry now too after that last one, huh?
Yeah, that was a good confidence boost. I think both 19.2 he had a lot of like angst about, but he did pretty well, and then PR'd on his second attempt, which was nice, and then crushed the last one. I feel like after seeing this one, we haven't talked yet. Oh, here's Mike's burpee. I think he's trying to save his chest. Very interesting one-arm bend-over strategy. What was I saying about Noah? He's going to crush this. He should. These are like very, very good movements for him. I'm assuming by the time he does it, we'll have a good strategy in place. Hopefully he can be competitive with the best time in the world on this, and then basically go into the last week and try to sneak into wherever that cut line is. And then also, if Vellner and Trav are in the qualifying spot, then he gets a spot from Wodapalooza. So I feel like these next 10 days are going to be pretty exciting for Noah and trying to figure out where we're going to get. All right, so now Mike has finished his burpees. Brandi is finishing her last burpee. He was definitely just waiting for her. All right, he's 1 muscle up in, 2 muscle ups in. Brandi is yet to start. I wish I had an announcer's voice. It'd be cool to do that. This would be a hard sport to announce in like a 2 1-on-1 format like
I like
this.
people who, when you just talk to them, you can tell they haven't, like, man, you have to work in radio.
Yeah. Did Brandi do muscle ups yet? Missed it.
I think she just did some.
She did 2, I think.
I don't know. These aren't prescriptions, so I really can't tell what's happening.
Are you just sitting here like looking into the abyss?
Dude, I'm Ray Charles right now. I mean, I can kind of see blurs.
All right. Well, we can't even commentate where they are. We need new jobs.
This
man.
show sucks. But stay tuned for second thoughts on Saturday night.
We don't even know what we're doing here. Yeah, so I can't give tips, strategy, any of my initial thoughts.
Hey, you know what I saw on Instagram today? They had I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Yeah.
Baby.
Ribs?
Yeah. You were supposed to come in with cheese.
Man, you feel like you set me up for failure every time you do one of those. Like,
But
I'm
what I was-
supposed to know how to respond to
But
them.
what I was gonna say is there was like footage of them recording the actual session, like all the dudes in the studio. So look that up.
Like the actual session, the actual music session?
Yeah. You get to put the faces to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here's Mike finishing his last set of burpees, coming out with some higher speed ones. Brandi, man, it got really loud at this point, screaming for Brandi. Mike finished. That's the start of his death. Brandi, do you get the clock in place?
I don't think it's really the clock.
Oh, okay. This is
Maybe.
her last one. She doesn't get over it, I don't think. Yeah.
And they all fall down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what pain looks like. Suffering for the name of competition.
How's Travis gonna do on this one?
I think he should do really well. I think we need a strategy for. I feel like
Who's gonna win, Travis or Noah? Go. Go. You have putting you on the spot.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna go Noah. Because either way, I win.
Why?
If I go Noah and Noah wins, then I win. And if I go Noah and Travis wins, then I pissed him off because he heard me say this.
And Trevor came out on his first attempt. Cool.
It's a win-win situation. All right, back to you, Brandon Kyle.
Brandi had a lot of love out there, and Mike did not.
We had a great crowd tonight. That was the biggest group of people that we've had out there the entire time. It was awesome.
And
to
we'll have
watch.
a bigger crowd next week because in reality, it's actually tied 2-2. Brandi did win week one.
This is true, with her repeat.
Yeah. So let's
With a repeat?
Yeah.
not even with the repeat. If we actually scaled the rowing
if you
cows,
scaled-
like I mean, let's
really?
if
I
we
don't
would have
know-
done
I
it
don't know-
properly.
I don't know if we can.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if
come on.
I agree with that. But I was pulling for Brandi out there. I lost my voice in the span of that 12-minute workout, yelling for
You
Brandi.
were
Get
yelling
on the
loud.
bar, Brandi!
Actually, your mic was on the entire time, so
I
you
hope
could cut that
I
in.
hope Chris has got the audio for that and includes it this week.
Yeah, so I mean that's what we thought, right? Like Mike is he's a little bit more proficient at bar muscle ups. Being a male, he has a little bit stronger upper body pull, and so he was able to get over. It was close though.
He was still doing singles at the end of the
Yeah.
workout, which I think there's going to be a lot of people who are in for a rude awakening at the end of the bar muscle ups here.
I agree.
I think they're going to end up doing singles when they don't expect to be doing singles, whether they've got someone who thinks they've got good bar muscle up capacity and they end up doing singles at the end of this. With that said, we're going to give some points later on in this brief on how to take advantage of singles as we go through.
Yeah,
But
we'll talk about the points of
any
performance.
other thoughts on Mike or Brandi on their strategies out there?
I actually thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, look, they're doing these it gets released and they're going right out there warming up, so they don't really get to think about their strategy, but I think they paced it correctly. At where their training's at right now, they're going to break down the bar muscle ups, and that's kind of what happened. So overall, I thought they did well. Obviously, if you have a repeat at this, which I know that the elite males and females will do, you're going to get better because you're going to know where you need to pace. And we watched some of the elite males go earlier on while they were warming up, and obviously they mispaced a little bit. Like those scores aren't going to hold up. Like 8:32 or whatever Vellner got's not going to hold up in the world.
We tried to grab some splits from the video. It cut out in the middle for us, so we weren't able to actually get the full splits of their workout. But we think that around 2:05 was the fastest time for the first portion of that workout. And I think that might be a little bit too fast because if you watch Vellner at the end of that, his burpee pace just deteriorated badly.
They were really slow. And we'll go back to that. So let's talk about the standards first. Everyone's going to be excited about this one. You guys have all been working on the burpees, jumping up with 2 feet, jumping over 2 feet. It's changed this year. So now you guys can step back up. You have to jump over the bar with 2 feet, but you can land with 1, which is nice.
Yeah, so everyone who's spent all this time developing a 2-foot burpee and creating efficiency there, throw it out the window, go back to your step-up burpees. Because let's face it, we learned in 2016, I think it was, that the step-up burpee is just far superior in terms of speed and efficiency. And this workout, even though it doesn't look like a lot, this is one of those ones that's on paper, you're like, oh, it's just 12 bar-facing burpees. No, it's 6 rounds
Right.
12 bar facing burpees, which is a very different workout than 12 bar facing burpees.
It's 72 total,
Yeah.
and so that's going to fatigue you. And obviously you're adding in snatches and bar muscle ups, which are two high power movements mixed in with the burpees. Not to mention that everything is upper body dominant. So
all
chest, shoulders, you're going to blow up a little bit. You have to know how to manage that. So with the burpees, I would recommend everyone step up unless you're sprinting at the end. It just is going to be more efficient. It's going to make a little bit more sense as long as you're efficient at the step up. And for all of our athletes, I think I see everyone here always practicing both, right? So we always add variability into people's training, so you should be able to do that. And then the bar muscle ups, the only thing of note, you can either have tape on your bar or you can wear grips, but you can't have both of them. So if there's tape and you have grips on, you're not allowed to do that. Obviously that's a grip enhancement, so you can't do that.
It's like super glue.
Yeah.
Stuck to the bar.
So Kyle, with setup, I say there's really not much to worry about, but there's a couple things that you brought up I think that are important.
Yeah, I think first off, for anybody who's going to be brought down to singles on the bar muscle ups, you need to have a way to get back to your bar quickly. So, if you're someone who likes to, has that little jump to the bar, if you're going to be doing singles, which I would say the vast majority of CrossFitters, the majority of the people in that bell curve are going to be doing singles by the end of this workout, set yourself up so that you can get to the bar quickly, whether that's putting a stack of mats underneath the bar so you can just grab the bar and go, or if it's putting a box next to it so you can step down to it. Do something so that you can stay as close to the bar as possible. The other thing I said is, just from a safety perspective, don't put your barbell parallel to the bar, because I've seen people slip off the bar kipping before, and you land on your back. And if you land on your back on a barbell, that's a disaster.
Yeah.
So just put your barbells perpendicular and save everyone the potential risk for injury by not landing on a barbell.
And we saw Mike and Brandi do that. So just take their tip. You noticed that during the 3-minute break, which we'll talk about points of performance and what you should do during that time, but they pulled their bars closer to the rig, but they had them perpendicular. So the rig's here, and then the bars went this way so that they could do their bar muscle ups, quickly come off, and all they're doing is a quarter turn. They're not having to walk out to them, right?
It's just smarter, and a big affiliate where lots of people are going, I think it's the right way to set up.
Absolutely. So points of performance, there's a lot of ways that you can pace this, and it's obviously athlete dependent. For the top males and females, they are going to have to go hot in both. I don't think for anybody should you go 100% in the first part, because really what matters is making sure that the bar muscle ups and the bar facing burpees in the second set of 3 rounds is fast, right? Yep. But they're gonna have to go hot. For everyone else here, I think the first 3 rounds is really like a pacing game, right? Like making sure you don't blow up so that you can be the most efficient and effective at your bar muscle ups and bar facing burpees.
Yeah, I think this first portion for people that are elite, that are gonna be top performers, top 100 in the world, this is like the first portion, the first 3 rounds is like 92, 94% effort. Anybody who's going to be going unbroken on the snatches and unbroken at least for 1 or 2 rounds of the bar muscle ups, you guys know how this should feel. You're going to get out there and you're going to get out hot. For everybody else, maybe even consider, depending on where you're going to fall, consider breaking the snatches in the first chunk, like a 6-4 break, just to manage grip fatigue, manage your shoulders a little bit, because it's going to cost you later on. That extra, fighting out the last 2 reps on the 3rd set, that's going to cost you on the bar muscle ups in the next round.
100%. And again, we're talking about like the inside the bell curve kind of idea here. Like the majority of everyone's going to fall into that category of breaking down on bar muscle ups, or the bar facing burpees get slower. So those are the people that definitely need to pace the snatches. And here's one of the things, I said this last week, I'll say it again. There's no such thing as over pacing. There's only over resting, and that matters in this workout too. I know it looks fast because, it's only 3 and it's small reps and I get a 3-minute break, but still, the snatches you can break with a 2-second break, a 3-second break, just releasing tension and get back on it without any cost to you. With the burpees though, if you start going slow and you get 1 second slower per burpee, that's 12 seconds per round, that's 72 seconds in the workout. That's a minute and 12 seconds.
A lot of extra time just slowing down burpees.
People don't think about this, and I tell people all the time, manage the things that you know that are going to take the longest, and go ahead and try to chip away at those where people are going slow. And the things that you know that while everyone else is going unbroken, hey, take a 3-second break, because you know you can get back on it, and that saves you for the bar facing burpees or saves you for the bar muscle ups later on.
Some other things that people can do here. Number 1, on the snatches, you can adjust your grip width on each round. So maybe start wide, and if you're proficient with it, you can move your hands in a little bit, especially if you're going like a no hip contact snatch. Just play around with hand width. Number 1, that's going to spread out the muscle fatigue a little bit. So, a wider grip's going to be more shoulders, a little bit more narrow. It's going to be a different set of muscles. Same thing with the bar facing burpees. Your chest is going to blow up going into the bar muscle ups. So move your hands in close. Isolate the tricep a little bit. Just spread the fatigue out a little bit with your techniques. You have an opportunity to be smart with the movements here.
Yeah.
Versus just gung-ho going.
You were really yelling for Brandi out there.
I'm telling you, I'm losing my voice here.
I love it.
We'll take another one of these.
And like, no lie, he was really yelling for her.
Come on, Brandi!
It was awesome. I agree. I think messing around, again, this is something that you can start training tomorrow practicing before your workout, or if you go on Saturday, play with it tomorrow, where you change your hand grip on the snatches and on the burpees. And then one of the things I've told my athletes is no muscle snatches for this, right? We saw all the elite guys do it, and like even them, it doesn't speed it up enough unless you're really, really tall, and it's like the only way you can catch up to make a difference. But what it does do is fatigue your shoulders. You have to put more force into your hip extension, and you're pressing out. So all of those things then fatigue you for not only the 72 burpees that you have, but also the 30 bar muscle ups. So what I would recommend, Kyle, you kind of touched on this, is almost like a no brush power snatch. But as you come up, it's almost just a little loop, right? So you're coming up to extension, and it's just like a little kind of fake power snatch drop where you just press your chest through, and it's only a 2 or 3 inch dip. But what that does is it allows you still to get underneath the barbell where you're not having to come to full extension. 95 or 65 is not heavy enough for most people to really kill them.
Yep.
So that's something that you can play with. But a muscle snatch here just doesn't give you enough time. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, it's not optimal snatch technique, but that's optimal snatch speed technique for a workout.
And
like
maybe
this.
we can actually add that clip onto this of me demoing some of those, because I think it may be worthwhile. This is the clip I was talking about with a no hip or no brush snatch, and then instead of a muscle snatch, kind of a pseudo power snatch where we're just gonna kind of loop it around, and we're pressing our knees and chest slightly forward. Not perfect technique. If you're going to Ole Coach, obviously this isn't something that you would do, but in a workout like this, it's gonna be a little bit more efficient than muscle snatching.
All right, part 2, bar muscle ups.
Well, before we do that, let's talk about the 3-minute rest, because this is something that you really, you really talked about this, and I think this is something that we can all do a better job of anytime in training, and then obviously now when it's in a test. What should you do during that 3-minute rest?
I know what I am going to recommend that my athletes do, and I know what I would do in this workout. Number 1, I would have a box somewhere nearby, and I'm going to sit down on that box as soon as I finish the workout. Instead of laying around on the floor, I think getting on a box makes it so you can get up and move around a little bit quicker, and you're gonna get an opportunity to, rub out your legs or shake out your legs a little bit while you're sitting on the box. Then after maybe a minute of like just complete rest, get up and start moving around. Make sure that you're actually keeping blood flowing. I even saw Brandi out there during that 3-minute rest, she jumped up and did some swings on the bar and just like made sure her shoulders were feeling good for the bar muscle ups. I think that is a good idea. Just make sure that you use that 3-minute rest to actually recover versus, just laying on the floor and rolling around and going, oh crap, I've got to go right now. You pop up and you have 15 seconds before you start. Like, take care of yourself, stay present, stay aware, and then get ready to go for the workout.
And to that end, part of being present and aware is like mentally preparing yourself for how you're going to strategize the next 3 rounds. That may change based on how you feel. So the last thing on your checklist should be, okay, what am I going to do on this first set of bar muscle ups, and then how am I going to pace these burpees? Am I going to step up? Am I going to go fast? Am I comfortable? Am I blowing up already? All of those things you need to kind of mentally check off in your head as you're going.
So speaking of that, how do you approach that first set of bar muscle ups?
Yeah, so again, if you're an elite male or female and you're trying to get a top 20 score in the world or compete at that level, I think that most people are going to either have to go unbroken, or they're going to have to only have 1 break here, and then they'll have to kind of figure out the paces on the burpees from there. I will say this real quick, just for the elites. It's okay to break the bar muscle ups. And I'm gonna probably be the only person that's saying this in any of these tip videos you see online. It doesn't matter. Again, you could go 6, rest 3 seconds, 4, and then go faster on the burpees than everyone else, and do that every single round, and you'll be 30 seconds ahead. Give you an example real quick. I don't have the split, but Vellner's second set of burpees was probably 45 to 50 seconds. It was awfully slow, and he is an unbelievable athlete, but he was already blowing up from the first part. What happens if you go 6, 3-second rest, or 4-second rest, 4, and then you just pick it up 1 second faster than Vellner on each of those burpees? Just in the last 3 rounds, again, you're 36 seconds ahead, minus the 4-second breaks.
That's closing a gap.
Yeah, you're closing a huge gap there. Burpees take the longest. That's where you make up time when everyone else is trying to slow down or recover because they think they have to go unbroken on the bar muscle ups.
I think a lot of people are gonna approach that first set of bar muscle-ups, that 10. I don't know if I would call it ego or what I would call it, but just biting off more than they can chew there. And the result is going to be slow burpees. And the reality is, if you can take that break on the bar muscle-ups, go faster on the bar-facing burpees, that's your solution to an overall better score. Yeah, you broke the bar muscle-ups and you didn't go unbroken, and you can't hang that over your head. However, you were faster on the workout, and that's what we're trying to get here is a better score.
Who cares what you break and what you don't break?
Yep.
It's all about the fastest score, or in an AMRAP, the most reps. And there's ways that we can game this, even for the best guys and girls in the world. And that's kind of part of what we do as coaches. Like, I make sure that we outgame our opponents, and that's kind of part of this too. So for the rest of us, though, I think that this is something we need to break from the beginning and not even think about like how fast we're going to go. Manage the bar muscle-ups here.
Is this still finishable, breaking the bar muscle-ups from the first set?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Mike broke them from the first set, and he was able to finish. And I think that there's going to, I have athletes that I'll tell to go, maybe even threes from the beginning, or 4-3-3 or something like that, and they'll definitely be able to finish because, again, if you do 4 5-second rest, 3 5-second rest, 3, you're only resting 10 more seconds than someone that's going unbroken, but you're going to be fresh for the burpees, and you can kind of move at a steady pace. You'll still finish in probably 4 or 5 minutes.
Fresher
pace.
For the burpees.
Yeah, it's all relative, right?
All right, so we want to talk a little bit about warm-up, or we got anything else to cover for points of performance?
I think the only thing here is that when you get off your last set of bar muscle-ups, have some urgency, right? Like, don't wallow in your own pity of being in pain. Get to the bar muscle-ups and just go, or the bar facing burpees and just go. Make sure you sprint those last 12 burpees.
Easier said than done when you feel like you're doing burpees in mud.
Agreed.
However,
sprint them. Quit being soft. All right, warm up, Kyle.
All right, so this workout is obviously extremely taxing on shoulders and chest. I mean, if you just go through the list of movements: snatch, shoulders; bar facing burpee, chest; bar muscle up, chest and shoulders; bar facing burpee, shoulders, chest. All right, so make sure you take care of those tissues. Things like PVC pass-throughs just to get some freedom going. Yoga push-ups, I talked about them last week with the handstand push-ups. I think that's a great movement to prep shoulders generally. And since you got burpees, I think it's got the push-up component incorporated there. And then extensive empty barbell prep for this workout as well. Just a quick flow for a warm-up here. Here's what I would recommend. Something like 3 to 4 rounds of a minute on a skier. Got a low damper. You want to lower tension down. This is not a high tension workout. You're not hitting the max. Then 1 minute row, so you get a little bit of hinge pattern just like you would in the snatch. Again, low damper, and then 1 minute of dynamic shoulder movement. Go through your pass-throughs, some yoga push-ups, maybe move an empty barbell, for some snatch presses or something like that. Then prep your bar muscle-ups. That would be the first of the actual movements that I would prep. Go through arch hollow swings. If you're someone who's going to be doing big sets, go through some doubles. Make sure that your doubles are feeling good, and then maybe one larger set. Then prep your snatches, going from empty barbell, hang below the knee, progressing all the way up to your target weights, that 65, 95. Make sure you cycle them, but don't fatigue yourself. Then this workout, you definitely need to go through intervals of the workout before you start, especially if you're someone who's going to go out really hot in this first portion. If you're going to go out fast and try and get close to that 205 to 225, you're going to have to feel the fatigue. You have to feel that feeling before you go out there, or else it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks when you go out there. So some intervals here, something like 2-minute easy assault bike, and then 1 to 2 sets of 5 burpees, 5 snatches, get back on the assault bike for 2 minutes of easy, and then 2 sets of 5 bar muscle-ups, 5 snatches. You should be ready to go after that. And I think the intensity that you bring to that portion of your warm-up is going to be dictated by how fast you think you're going to approach this first part.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun one. It's something that we haven't seen before. I think this is one that a lot of people are going to retest again and see a better score the second time. Kyle, we do this every week. What's the top score going to be for males and females?
Oh my gosh. On this thing, I think someone is going to be able to do that first part in 2 minutes. They're going to rest 3 minutes, that's 5. They're going to be able to do that second portion in 4. I think 9 minutes, I think is possible.
All right, so Veldner got 8:32, so
there
that's definitely,
there you go.
I actually think that people are going to, if you pace this correctly, you're going to see some really good scores, like in the low 7s. I actually think that they went out way too hot on this, and then their burpees were way too slow here. So you're going to see some males and females in the 7:30 range to maybe just sub 8 minutes, but we'll see how fast people can go. Look, I mean, if you can do your burpees fast here and just go smooth on everything else, I promise you're going to get a good score on it. So for the elite people, if anybody is watching, pace these. Don't be an idiot and have to go balls to the wall here, because it really only comes down to 72 burpees. I know that everyone's going to disagree with me on the interwebs, but
someone will prove you wrong and do the entire thing as fast as possible because there is an outlier.
Sure,
but
people can
everybody.
do that, but most of us can't, and so there's other ways. But like you see me work out before, like I just game stuff, and then I can still get relatively elite scores on a lot of things because of figuring out how to game it.
Brandon is notoriously the possum here. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do oh, I'm not very good at bar muscle-ups. Wins the workout.
Anyhow, so Saturday, Max's Second Thoughts, which has been a big hit. This one's going to be big, so make sure you watch that because we'll get to see a ton of people go tomorrow and Saturday morning. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And then on Monday, we'll see if Travis actually does it 3 or 4 times. Who knows? Because he did it twice on last Friday. Travis versus Trevor. That's always a fun one because obviously he's always improving and he's in a great. Where's he at right now, Chris?
Fifth or
sixth
sixth
overall.
yeah.
He can really kind of close the door this week if he gets a strong performance here because we know thrusters and chest bars are coming up, which he'll crush. So
watch, it's not going to be that this
I think
year,
it's
right?
going to be.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Good luck.
Off to you, Project Pat.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Patar in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button, let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Patar.